Hi guys! Today we at BSI Flooring will be talking about the magic of stain. A wood stain is a colorant dissolved in any solvent or agent. The colorant is usually a dye or a pigment, and you have to choose a dye-based stain or a pigment-based stain depending on the type of wood you use for your floor. The solvent can be water, petroleum, or finishing agents like varnish or shellac. It's advisable to use a stain on a wooden floor not only because it's aesthetically pleasing, but also because it helps to protect your floor. Staining is also helpful in maximising the life of your wooden floor. While staining wood may seem unnecessary at first, you will reap the benefits later on. Staining wood is always better than leaving them unprotected. In the following paragraphs, we explain the benefits of staining your wooden floor. Aesthetic value. One of the reasons why people insist on staining the floor is because staining gives you the option of choosing any colour for your floor. For example, if you want your floor to be pink or blue, it can be achieved by staining. This is especially helpful if you want your floors to match a particular furniture set or your decorations. Wood floors can add beauty and value to any room, and it's especially pleasing to the eye if your floor matches with the other decorations in the room. Another advantage of using a different coloured stain is that you can match up different shades of woods, and then they look even. As mentioned earlier, wood stains come in two varieties, dye-based and pigment-based. The dye-based wood stains are used with woods which have small pores, like cherry or maple, whereas the pigment-based stains are used with woods which have larger pores. The artificial colouring can be done without affecting the nature, texture, or grain of the wood, but if you don't want to put some artificial colour over your floor, you can opt for clear stains, which will preserve and highlight the natural beauty of the wood. Protection from rot. Fancy colours is not the only advantage of staining. Staining can protect your wooden floor from rotting. Wood stains protect your floor from all kinds of rot. Rotting is one of the biggest problems people face with wooden floors, and once rot sets in, you will have to replace it, and it will cost you a lot of money. Moreover, a rotting floor is dangerous as it becomes weak and compromises the structural integrity of the deck or floor, and it can break without any prior warning. Without staining, you or one of your loved ones could suddenly fall through a collapsing wooden floor and get seriously injured. So that's why it's better to prevent any kind of rot in your wooden floor. And one of the best ways to prevent rot is to stain the floor, as it will keep away termites, mold, mildew, and other pests that are responsible for rot. Protection from moisture. Staining will also protect the wood from the destructive damages of the elements. If your wood comes in direct contact with water, then it's a good idea to stain it beforehand. Wooden decks are especially vulnerable to rain and snow, and hence can be heavily damaged if left unprotected. Even indoors, if you spill water or a pipe in your bathroom bursts, your prized wooden floor will be ruined by the water. Hence, it's best to protect your expensive wooden floor from moisture, and it can be achieved through staining. Wood stains form a protective covering over the wooden surface, and the water can't penetrate into the wood. The water simply slides over the stain, and your wood is saved. Protection from sunlight. Exposure to sunlight can dull the colour of your wooden floor. It's usually seen more in dark-coloured woods. Part of the wood that receives sunlight for a greater part of the day will soon lose its colour and sap away the beauty of your home. If you have areas of flooring that receives direct sunlight, it's better to stain those areas with wood stains. The stain will act as a protection against sunlight, and you'll have the same colour and tone all over the floor. Though staining is an easy process, it's best left to professionals, as they have a better idea about how to prepare a floor before it's to be stained. Moreover, applying too much stain can have an adverse effect on the aesthetic of the room. If you add too much stain, it will soon peel off and leave you with an unsightly floor. If the staining process is done correctly, however, you'll be left with a beautiful and shiny floor of the colour of your choosing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.